Alright, here is the newest machine I picked up last week. This is a Ridgid 12-gallon 5.0 peak horsepower, 45 liters, wet dry vacuum. This is what it came with when I found it at the thrift store for 15 bucks. It only came with the hose and one of the wands, but everything else is missing. It worked overall when I picked it up. I just simply cleaned it up. Just a basic cleanup. I'm not really too bothered to do a super deep cleaning. The only thing it needs really is a new filter. Even though I've washed it clean as best I could, if your filter looks like that, you should replace it. But overall, it works amazing. So when I picked this up, I thought I was getting the exact same thing that my uncle has, except upon further inspection I noticed that on the model number here, as you can see, that's a 60 in the end. His is actually a 50 when I did a video of his. But from what I've discovered throughout the rest of the machine, it's pretty much the exact same thing. So that was one of the reasons why I picked it up, but there are a lot of reasons why I got this machine. The biggest one overall is I mainly got it for my brother here at the shed. When I picked up my Dirt Devil a while back, I kept it here at the shed for a bit until I took it down to my wood shop. Before then, he asked if the Dirt Devil was going to be kept here as the Shop Vac. I simply said no, but I could find him one because he doesn't like the idea of having to drag out the Eureka the Boss Central Vac hose to use. And the yellow Shop Vac I have, sometimes it's here at the shed, sometimes it's at home. So having to drag the machine back and forth, it's kind of a pain to do. So I got him a Shop Vac to where it can be permanently used here for his shop projects like the miter saw, the sander, the bandsaw, etc. And this was also way before he picked up his cheaply made Hyper Tough that's right there. There were actually some Shop Vacs that I really wanted to keep for the collection a while back. In fact, there were some that I passed on at the thrift store that, looking back now, I wished I could have gotten. There was one I did remember I was set to picking up, but someone had already beat me to it. And so, for this one, for the right price, what I was up against with and such, I knew that this was the right deal and at the right price, and also at the right time as well. So, anyways, it was like a few weeks ago, I knew that I was really focusing on my search to pick one of these up, because I actually did borrow my brother's Hyper Tough to clean out the gas grill that I have. And I gotta tell you, you know, one of those things where they tell you that you get what you pay for. Yeah, it is such a cheaply made machine. I mean, even though I did the job, I was just unimpressed with the performance of it. But I'd much prefer doing that than having to use my yellow Shop Vac, because it's such a pain to clean out all the grease afterwards. And one time someone thought it was a genius idea to drag out the Beam Central Vac hose to clean out the grill. Yeah, that nearly ruined the filter, I thought. And so the Hyper Tough, I feel like I would have no problem with using that for that kind of stuff. I mean, it's a cheaply made machine. It's meaningless to me. I don't care what really happens to it. So by simply having a good trade-off, my brother can use this even though it would still be my machine. And the Hyper Tough, even though it would be his machine, I can use it to clean out the grill. So, a good trade-off, I think. Anyways, overall, this is for certain a nice upgrade for him, because it's a good brand from a very reputable company. I mean, I love Ridgid Shop Vacs. They are super powerful. They have a quality build behind them. That's why they are called Ridgid in the first place. I love the looks of them. They sound so pleasant to use, easy to clean up, and yeah. And this is even a way better machine than the yellow Shop Vac as well. Not to mention, this particular model can actually be used as a blower. Or if you really wanted to, you can just get one of those muffler things in there to not only quiet the machine down, but also to filter it out too. Even though that's not really a good filtering option that I would use. As a consumer, this would be like one of only 2 machines that I would personally use for myself. This, along with a German-made Fez tool, where I can use the Fez tool for special jobs, but a Ridgid like this I can just use for general cleanup and such. So, yeah. And unlike most other wet dry vacs, including Shop Vac, another thing I like about Ridgid too is that they actually build machines better than they have before. Like, they would have quieter models, they would have dust bags available. I mean, this particular model can't use bags inside because there's no adapter to put right there. And even the hoses too would have a locking mechanism on to where it wouldn't pop out of there like on the older Ridgid models that I've seen. So, God, it's hard to do this with one hand, but anyways. Great machine overall, even though it's an older model. I still like this way much better than the Hyper Tough. And even I would still certainly take this over the DeWalt that I cleaned up for a neighbor of mine a few weeks ago. I cleaned one up as a favor, and even with that one using a bag, I don't really like it as much as this machine, so I would take this as a bagless over the DeWalt that's being used as bagged. So, without further ado, I will go ahead and run the machine. Oh, and one other thing too, one of the other reasons why I picked this one up too, is that this can also be used as a dust collector for this miter saw right here. So if you see that adapter right here, if you simply plug that in right there, or actually no, it looks like it won't fit on this model. I know for certain it did with my yellow Shop Vac, so never mind, because I know in the past I did connected my yellow Shop Vac to that miter saw there. Nonetheless, this is still a great machine to use to pick up all the other sawdust and such. So, without further ado, let's pick this up. And the thing I like about these older models as well are these older rocker switches. They just feel so pleasant to me. I could care less about the newer style switch that they put on here. Still a good switches overall. So that's why they come with a lifetime warranty. So let's turn it on. Oh, this needs to be turned on. All right, take two. So hope you've enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching.